finished reading before. Here, this is from Reuters, news media, prominent news media globally. And just today, January 18, you can see here, they have this news article on Trump, stating Trump's second term marks new cryptocurrency era. Probably some of you know that next Monday he will take office. So today is Saturday, so 2-3 more days, and Donald Trump will take office of his second term for 4 years. And especially for the US, but also other countries, cryptocurrency has been this asset and this these platforms that have been kind of not really given the freedom and the space to grow and to really become more relevant in global finance. And this is now shifting. Okay, so the whole traditional thinking of the previous government and the whole conservative thinking of the previous government, and also the drive to control and to not allow certain things to happen that the past government actually displayed. Now this is all about to change. It's not only Donald Trump, but actually Donald Trump is putting in place, and he already announced several people that will become a key part of his government. Like here, we have Scott Bessent, who will become the Treasury Secretary of the United States. We have Howard Lutnick, who will become the Secretary of Commerce. Of course, we know Elon Musk, who will become the minister or the overseer of the Department for Government Efficiency. We have Vivek Ramaswamy, David Sachs, Steve Witkoff. These are all people that are strong advocates for cryptocurrency. So we can see that the whole government, the whole team of Donald Trump is putting in place for key positions of the US government people that want cryptocurrency to become a major part in global finance. So this will be a game changer. This will change the way that the world will understand cryptocurrency. And when you talk to friends and family, you still encounter people that say cryptocurrency, "Ooh, what is that? No, that's the scary thing. This is the weird thing, and I don't understand that, and I don't want that, and that's nothing, and that is not important." We still encounter people like that. I think that you also encounter some people like that. Well, that will dramatically change. And within the next 1, 2, 3 years, those people will realize that actually cryptocurrency is here to stay, and cryptocurrency is here to become an integral part of global finance. Now, but we need to understand what actually is cryptocurrency. What is Bitcoin? How did this all start? And just I want to give a brief introduction, very short, to why is it that cryptocurrency actually becomes so relevant for us? So this initiator of Bitcoin, who we still don't know really who it exactly was, although there's a Netflix series claiming that they know. But when the Bitcoin was developed, what actually a person demonstrated and wanted to demonstrate was that you can use blockchain for a currency. Now, what is blockchain? Blockchain is basically a digital smart contract that allows to record every step of an asset, how it hands over to another person. So if I sell you something, then this is recorded publicly, anonymously. So people don't know who am I and who are you, but they know that this transaction took place. So they know that this asset moved from one hand to another hand, but they don't know who is behind that trade. So that person wanted to show that we could use actually blockchain for money, for currency, and introduced Bitcoin. And it was demonstrated very well that this actually is a system that works. Now, moving forward, we actually we started to realize that cryptocurrency, because of how the system works, has so many more benefits over traditional currency than we expected. So, for example, it's actually super safe because even let's say that a hacker manages to find out my password of my wallet and manages to take out cryptocurrency from my wallet, the transaction will be recorded forever. So the hacker will have taken out, but the transaction is actually recorded. So I know where my money is. I don't know who has it because that is anonymous. Okay, I don't know who the hacker is, but I know exactly where my money went. And if the hacker then tries to transfer my money to another place, that again gets recorded, and that again gets recorded, and is all recorded forever. So that is why hackers actually, they don't like to hack cryptocurrency, because everything stays recorded forever. And they have a very hard time to actually make real use of the assets that they store, because once they really transfer the assets into real value for them, benefit for them, it will be tagged to a name. And then it's when the hacker reveals himself. So if the hacker wants to in any time benefit from the hack, he will have to reveal himself. And that's when actually then he can be prosecuted and can be captured. So hackers don't like to actually hack cryptocurrency because everything is registered forever. And that said, it's actually very difficult to hack with the procedures that we have. So it is incredibly safe. The assets that I have, they are mine. And you can destroy the servers, you can destroy the system, you can destroy whatever, because it's recorded in in thousands and thousands and thousands of independent computers. And in that sense, it's kind of like engraved in stone. So the safety makes it just an incredibly attractive asset to keep. And then so we know that cryptocurrency, when you create a cryptocurrency, you create a fixed amount of a cryptocurrency, which you cannot change in the future. So, for example, Paynet coin that we are very familiar with, Fmcpay created 560 million Paynet coin and cannot create one more coin in the future. So the supply is limited forever at 560 million. And that prevents from inflation that traditional currencies always suffer through. So every year, be it the US dollar, the euro, the British pound, be it whatever currency, every year it will lose purchasing value. It will lose value. So if you keep that currency, the traditional currency, you will be losing every year on whatever you actually try to save up. But not with cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency doesn't have that loss due to inflation. And then it's a global system. It's not a national system. It actually, cryptocurrencies like Paynet coin, they can be utilized anywhere in the world. There's no limitation, no geographical limitation. It's a global currency, and it can be used globally for export, import, for global trade, for tourism. If I travel to somewhere, I have always my assets here. So you can see people started realizing from Bitcoin, from this experiment that somebody did, utilizing blockchain with cryptocurrency, we started to realize the huge benefits that cryptocurrency actually have. But then the government started to oppose it. Why did the government start to oppose it? Because as it's a global system, it actually is not limited to the national borders. So it's out of control of the government, and the government cannot capture my assets, cannot tax my asset, cannot take away my assets. It's not possible. It's out of the reach of the government, and the governments don't like to be left out of control, right? So that is one reason why governments initially then started to reject cryptocurrencies. But slowly but surely, governments also realize that they cannot fight cryptocurrency. Actually, cryptocurrency is on a tremendous growth path. I looked at numbers actually, and cryptocurrency usage is incrementing at a much faster rate than the internet used to grow in its initial days, in its initial years. So cryptocurrency growing much faster at a much higher speed than the internet started to develop and grow in its initial stage. So if you think that the internet really spread widely very fast, well, cryptocurrency is actually spreading faster than that. So it's a massive growth. People are waking up to the opportunities of cryptocurrency, and governments are realizing that they are losing the race. They're losing the battle against crypto, because you can't. It's like you know, if you want to stop the rain or you want to stop the wind, what do you want to build to stop the wind, to stop the rain? You cannot. Eventually, you will lose, and that's what governments are realizing. And there are more and more governments actually that kind of want to partner with cryptocurrency, realizing, okay, if we can't fight it, we have to make friends with it, and we have to partner with it, and we have to allow it for our citizens. We have to let them use it, and then we can maybe also benefit a little bit from it and utilize this good system that we have for our benefit. So that's what we are at. But now, next Monday, this coming Monday, actually big game changer with Donald Trump taking office. So a very, very impressive, wonderful year that we have ahead. Now, let's talk about the project that we are mostly interested because we agree cryptocurrency is the future. We need to be engaged in cryptocurrency, otherwise we are left out. We miss great opportunities, but the question is then which cryptocurrency is actually of value, which cryptocurrency is actually, or what do we have to look for in a cryptocurrency to be able to say, well, this cryptocurrency is actually good, this cryptocurrency is actually good or not. Okay, let me share screen here. And actually, one thing that I keep forgetting when I actually present is I know that most of you actually know me, but just a quick recap. Who am I? So I am actually a Swiss citizen from Switzerland. I'm an economist and financial expert. I work at university in research and also lecturing. I have a PhD in international banking from my Swiss university. I have 2 masters, one in business and economics and one in leadership and strategy. I studied also at the London School of Economics, if some of you are familiar with it. And I've also worked at the UBS, which is the largest private bank in Switzerland. Now, I've also published articles, financial articles and economic articles that you can read. So you can just Google my name if you want to read some things. Now, let's look at just one statement on Donald Trump, and then we move on to learn more about Paynet coin. Look, this was last year, Donald Trump at the Bitcoin annual conference, and he said, I will ensure that the US will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world. So this is Donald Trump taking office next Monday. Okay, and this is the statement that he made. A very, very, very strong statement in favor of cryptocurrency. Okay, so there are over 1.4 million different cryptocurrencies. In fact, we have here Mr. Tony, also part of our event, of our meeting, the developer of the project of Fmcpay, and very skilled IT guy. He can create a cryptocurrency with your name in 10 minutes. So it's actually not difficult for an expert like him to create any amount of cryptocurrencies. But the question then becomes, how can that cryptocurrency have value? And we know that the supply is given. So the value of the cryptocurrency will be solely determined by the demand. Okay, so the more people demand that cryptocurrency, the more value the cryptocurrency will have. And moving forward to a cryptocurrency that becomes part of the financial global system, we need to look for cryptocurrencies that actually become essential in global financial transactions. Okay, what do we use money for? Why do you hold money? Think about it a second. Why do you hold cash in your wallet? Why do you have money? Why do you keep money? Well, because you want to make a transaction. You want to use the money for a transaction. And you know also that the money is safe in the value, that the value of the money is safe and stable. So those are the conditions that you want to have for money. You want to be able to make transactions with that money, and you want it to remain a value that is to keep your value. So what we actually need to look at in terms of cryptocurrency is on the ecosystem of a cryptocurrency. A cryptocurrency with a strong ecosystem will have a strong demand. A cryptocurrency without any ecosystem will have no demand whatsoever, meaning it will have no value whatsoever. Okay, and here we have the overview of the ecosystem of Fmcpay with Paynet coin. So we can see here Paynet coin, it's the coin of exchange running on blockchain technology 2.0. By the way, some people also argue that cryptocurrency is bad for the environment. We should not engage in cryptocurrency. We're destroying the planet when we engage in cryptocurrency. So this all needs to stop. But unfortunately, people arguing that way, they have missed an evolution in cryptocurrency, which is called staking. It's true that the mining process that used to be relevant for most cryptocurrencies in the past, and still is for Bitcoin, for example, and other coins, is a competition between powerful computers. So you need to have very powerful computers running 24/7 and using up a lot of energy. So that is true, that is very energy consuming and actually detrimental for the planet. But the staking process, that is actually the new way to actually ensure the transactions on the blockchain, that is actually not a competition, and it happens in the cloud. So it's actually much more eco-friendly. You don't have to have computers running all the time, and it's not a competition. So staking actually is much more eco-friendly. And this is, for example, the system that Paynet coin uses and FMC as well uses. So it's actually eco-friendly. We have Fmcpay exchange as a fundamental part of the ecosystem, which I will show in a bit. We have the digital shares coming up. We have the FMC coin, and very important, the online service payments. So actually, Mr. Tony with his team was able to open up the payment gateway, global payment gateway, to Paynet coin, to Fmcpay. And this is very, very significant, because through that, it is the administrator and the whole system is able to connect to global payment networks utilizing Paynet coin for global transactions. So this is actually what we want. We want to be able to use Paynet coin for different transactions, and the global payment gateway is actually open for Paynet coin. So that's really a very significant achievement that where Fmcpay can benefit from, and we as users will be benefiting more and more and more in the future. So let me just show directly on the internet, on the web, these different elements live, because when you learn about some projects, sometimes they tell you, oh yeah, we have this, we were trying to pull this off, we're trying to do this or that, but actually they are far from actually having achieved any of it. But here you will be able to see, here we have Fmcpay. This is the exchange wallet, a fundamental part of Fmcpay ecosystem. And one interesting thing, very important actually, soon this year, we will be able to trade stock market assets, stocks of the New York Stock Exchange through our exchange wallet. Now, this is something very unique that other exchanges do not offer, and that make it a very unique platform within the whole world and the whole platforms of cryptocurrency. So when this system actually becomes put in place, this will be increasing the user of Fmcpay dramatically. Now, how about the users of Fmcpay? Well, 1 year ago, we had around 500,000, 500,000 Fmcpay users, verified users, unique verified users. 6 months after that, so 6 months ago, it grew to 1 million, so it actually doubled within 6 months. And then 6 months later, it doubled again to 2 million users. And now we are actually hitting around 2.5 million users. And the goal for this year will be 5 million users again. So within 6 months, again, a duplication of the users. So every 6 months, Fmcpay is able to actually double its verified users. And this is exponential growth. So we can see that the market is actually receiving this product and this platform very, very positively globally. It's not confined to a certain region or country, but really globally, actually, we have this. Now, let's look at Fmcpay volume transaction, daily volume transaction, currently 188 million US dollars per day. Now, every transaction actually provides commissions, a commission fee, a small commission fee of 0.1% to Fmcpay. So you can make the math that every minute, the whole time that we are talking already, actually Fmcpay was making substantial money through trades, okay, through trades. And this is basically running automatically without anyone having to kind of micromanage anything. So this is basically profitability. This is pure profit that is coming in for Fmcpay. Now, this is important because Fmcpay here is earning real money. It's a real business that is running on real time currently as we speak, generating real income, real profitability, which then they can in hand use to finance the investors and pay out investors that have invested in their program. Now, besides that, we have also CoinCap News. CoinCap News is also one of the part of the ecosystem of the platform of Fmcpay. this is a platform that allows to compare different cryptocurrencies and just gain more knowledge on cryptocurrencies. And here you can see that 16,700 cryptocurrencies are listed in CoinCap News. And each of these cryptocurrencies has to pay a listing fee to Fmcpay. So again, we're talking about real money, real profitability being generated as we speak for Fmcpay, which then allows to actually then pay out investors. Now here, a very important one, HeyoTrip. Now here in HeyoTrip, I can actually put, for example, Lagos, Nigeria, and look for a flight to Paris. Okay. Let me see that I get the right airport. In Paris, because, oh, well, let me put Heathrow then. That'd be easier. Okay, I just want to show you here on an example that we can already utilize it for different flights. Okay, let's use Luton. I'm not sure if we have a lot of flights to Luton. Heathrow would be actually the destination. Let me see if we have to Luton. You can actually try it out yourself. You can open an account and just try it yourself then to find a transaction. I actually traveled to Indonesia already, but okay, my internet seems to be a bit on the slow side at the moment. But what I wanted to actually show you is that you can book then with cryptocurrencies. So you can use Paynet coin or FMC, which is also part of the platform ecosystem of Fmcpay, to actually pay off the ticket, the airline ticket, or the hotel booking. Now, these are real transactions, real needs, real things that we need in our daily lives, like traveling from point A to point B, which actually then we can finance directly with cryptocurrencies. And this is the future. This is what we are actually looking after. We want to include more and more possibilities and utilities where I can utilize directly the currency for real needs that I have in my real life. And what cryptocurrency can you use? Can you use Bitcoin? No. Can you use Ethereum? No. Can you use BNB? No. Which one do you use? Paynet coin. Paynet coin or FMC. Why? Because those are the coins of Fmcpay. So you have to use their cryptocurrencies. So this gives actually utility to their coins and in fact then increases the demand for their cryptocurrency. And needless to say, if you book with HeyoTrip, then of course there is a small commission that Fmcpay again is benefiting from this transaction. Now, let me just move to quickly. I think that this is a part that you are very familiar with, but I want to just, for maybe the people that come join new, just very quickly share about the staking. So the very attractive project that Fmcpay is actually offering us is the staking program. And I think that most of us are actually here to learn about the staking program. And this is the staking structure that actually has been active for almost 4 years now. In March, it will be 4 years that this staking program has been being offered to investors without any change. for 4 years. How can you finance and look at these profitabilities? 9% for the $3,000 package here at the last line, $3,000 package. You can see 9% per month in US dollar, not in cryptocurrency, in US dollar. How can Fmcpay actually finance that for almost 4 years? Keeping their commitment day after day after day after day for almost 4 years. How can they do that? How can they pay 108% per year? Because actually it boils down to 108% per year. Everybody would say that's crazy. It's too high. It's too large of a profitability. This must be a scam. This must be a cheat. Well, how can they do it almost for 4 years? Well, there are actually three main reasons why this system actually is being able to be financed. And I want to quickly go on these three reasons. So if you have something to note down, note these three reasons down. So first of all, it is a real business. You can write down real business. Real business, it's what I just showed you before. There is Fmcpay exchanger generating money as we speak. There's CoinCap News generating money with the listing fees. There's HeyoTrip generating money with commissions. There will be coming then the trade of stock markets where you also have to pay a small commission and so on and so forth. So there's a real business generating real money as we speak. So real business, first reason. With the real business and the real profitability, of course, you can pay off investors. Now, would that be enough? No, it's not enough. It helps, but it's not enough. So the other two reasons are also very important. Now, I told you that Fmcpay actually created 560 million Paynet coin. Why this is relevant, we need to understand the staking procedure. How does it work when I want to stake, when I want to participate in this investment project? So when I want to invest $3,000, I will invest it and it will be locked for 2 years. For the next 2 years, every day of the next 2 years, I will be receiving $9. Make the math, 30 days in 1 month divided by, what is it? 9% per month, right? 9% per month of 3,000 is actually $270, right? So 9% per month on $3,000 gives me $270 per month. Now that, if you divide that by 30 days, it gives you $9 per day, right? So for the next 2 years, you will be receiving $9 per day, and that amounts to $6,300 of profit. So for the next 2 years, you will receive every day $9 per day for until it amounts up to $6,300. And then you will receive back your initial investment of $3,000. So in total, you will receive $9,300, 6,300 profit plus $3,000 back. So your cash back is 9,300 return on investment. Now, how does it work? Well, I have $3,000. Now I want to stake it. I want to invest in this package of $3,000. What I have to do is I have to go to the market with my Fmcpay wallet and I have to buy Paynet coin equivalent to $3,000. The Paynet coin that I have then traded and that I have in my wallet, I hand them over to Fmcpay. Fmcpay will take my $3,000, but in form of Paynet coin, not US dollar. Fmcpay does not take US dollar. They take Paynet coin, but worth $3,000. Now, when I have handed over to Fmcpay $3,000 worth of Paynet coin, they will register in my staking account, in my investment account, $3,000. So they will state it in US dollar, not in Paynet coin. Although they received Paynet coin, in my staking account, they will write down, you have just invested $3,000 US. And then from that on, next day, I will be receiving $9. I can withdraw them when? Anytime I want. I can withdraw my profit. I can take out my accumulated $9 every day. So after 10 days, I have $90. After 20 days, I have $180. And I can take them out anytime I want. How does that work? Well, I accumulate dollars in my staking account. It will not depend on the cryptocurrency. It will be dollars every day, fixed dollar amount. And then to withdraw it, I need to change it first into Paynet coin at the current rate. Now, the Paynet coin are cashed out by Fmcpay. So Fmcpay is giving me the Paynet coins, and I then can transfer the Paynet coins into my FMC wallet. From my FMC wallet, I can then trade them back to US dollar. Now, this sounds a little bit like many steps there. I earn US dollar. I have to change them at the market rate to Paynet coin. I have to then receive the Paynet coin from Fmcpay, because Fmcpay is not holding dollars. They hold Paynet coin. So they cash me out in Paynet coin, the equivalent dollars, and then I sell the Paynet coin to US dollar back again. Now, this process can take 1 minute or so. If you take a little bit longer, it will take you 2 minutes. But basically, because it's so fast, you will not lose any dollar amount in the process. So the dollars that you were having, this is the dollar amount that you will be receiving, cashing out, minus obviously the commissions. Now, so what happens now? And let's think about the 560 million that Paynet coin actually created. So the first reason that this actually works, it's a real business. Remember, real business. Second reason why this actually works is, I would like to call it the power of the central bank. The central banks have the privilege to create money out of nothing. They buy paper, they buy ink, they put an image on the paper, and they say this is $100, and that's it, right? So the central bank has the privilege to actually create money out of nothing. Well, Fmcpay actually acts like a central bank because they created 560 million Paynet coin out of nothing. Now, what can they use the 560 million Paynet coin for? For example, to pay us investors. Because remember, we are being paid out in Paynet, not in US dollar. It's transferred to Paynet coin first, and Fmcpay pays out Paynet coin, and they have 560 million Paynet coin that they actually created, so they can use them to pay me out as investor. So that's the second reason. They have Paynet coin to cash me out, right? Okay, the power of the central bank, second point. Third point is a bit more complex, but I bet that you will understand it very easily. When you look at the valuation of Paynet coin 2 years ago, 2 years ago, Paynet coin was around 10 cents. Okay, 10 cents per dollar. So actually, investors 2 years ago, stakers, they received $9 per day for their stake, for their package, like we do today, like we will receive in 1 year, like we will receive in 2 years. So you always receive $9 per day per staking package. Since the last 4 years, that is what has happened. Every investor has received $9 per day in the past 4 years, and currently, and so on and so forth. But we remember now that Paynet coin actually cashes out in Paynet coin. They don't cash out in US dollar. So 2 years ago, when Paynet coin was worth 10 cents, imagine how many Paynet coin did Fmcpay have to pay us for the $9 daily profit? Well, actually 90 Paynet coin, because it was worth 10 cents. Right? So to cash out the $9 per day, we needed to receive 90 Paynet coin, which was worth $9. But then the Paynet coin actually increased to 35 cents. And how much was it then? Well, 35 cents. When you let me just calculate quickly, or maybe you have a calculator there as well. So if we have 35 cents, $9 divided by 35 cents. So actually at a price of 35 cents, that was 1 year ago, Fmcpay had to pay only 25 Paynet coin per $9. So suddenly from having to pay 90 Paynet coin 2 years ago, 1 year ago, they started to pay only 25 Paynet coin for the same $9. And now what is the valuation of Paynet coin now? 50 cents. So actually currently Fmcpay is paying 18 Paynet coin for what they used to pay 90 Paynet coin before. Now imagine that if there is utility added and value added to users, and the value of Paynet coin increases to, for example, $1, how many Paynet coin will Fmcpay pay you and me for $9 daily profit? Well, 9 Paynet coin, not 90, not 25, not 18, just 9. And imagine now that the price would go up to $2 or $3 or $5. $2, well, they would pay 4 Paynet coin 50 or $9. So the more the valuation goes up of Paynet coin, and in fact it has, the less Fmcpay has to pay us for the Paynet coin. In fact, imagine an investor buying one package 2 years ago at 10 cents. How many Paynet coin did that investor actually pay? Okay, so he used $3,000 and bought 30,000 Paynet coin because it was 10 cents, right? So he gave 30,000 Paynet coin to Fmcpay. Let's imagine that this investor then just left the 2 years, the investment, came back after 2 years and said, now I want my 9,300 US dollar return on investment. 3,000 plus the 6,300. And he receives it in Paynet coin. But now the price of Paynet coin is not 10 cents anymore, it's 50 cents. So how much Paynet coin is that investor receiving? Well, 9,300. So he receives 18,600 Paynet coin, 18,600 Paynet coin. But how many Paynet coin did he give to Fmcpay initially? Remember, 30,000. So actually, Fmcpay is keeping from those 30,000 almost 22,000 Paynet coin that actually, without doing anything, they just can keep it. So they have to cash out to the investor much less, although the investor is receiving 3 times. But Paynet coin is actually receiving more. Why? Because Paynet coin increased by 5 times, from 10 cents to 50 cents. So we have an increase in value from 10 cents to 50 cents, 5 times the value increase in US dollar, but the investors receiving 3 times the value increase in the investment, from 3,000 to 9,000. So if we have now, for example, within the next year, an increase of Paynet coin from 50 cents to $5 within the next 2 years, and if this is really continuing adding value, this is very, very possible. Well, then we're actually talking of a value increase of 10 times for FMC, while we as investors only receive 3 times. Now, I'm very happy about that. You know why? Because this actually makes the system very solid. So the third reason is the appreciation of Paynet coin. First reason why this can be paid, because it's a real business. Second, the power of the central bank. They actually created the coin to pay us investors. And the third reason, the appreciation of Paynet coin. The more it increases in value, the easier and easier and easier it becomes for Fmcpay to actually pay us out the profit. So I want to stop here because I really am eager to also listen to questions from the wonderful audience that we have here. Questions make us smarter. I always tell my students. So let's get smartened up. And please, any questions that you have, please come ahead. Thank you very much for listening.
Amazing, Dr. Daniel. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Daniel. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, let's go ahead. Do we have any question?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Madam Florence.
Thank you, Dr. Daniel. It's nice to meet you. I am new here. I really enjoyed your explanation. Thank you for taking our time to really explain. So I have a question here. I need a bit clarification on the last discussion you had talking about we as in you stake your money and then the coins will appreciate. Then at the end of the day, you will make your exact profit. But even when the coins appreciate, you don't have to make anything more than what you should have made. I don't know if I really got what you said. But what I'm trying to say is that if I decide not to take anything out of my money, and like I have stake whatever I did, I've done my staking and I decide not to take anything out just to wait till that time. Is it that what they'll pay me back will be the exact thing, or is it not possible for me to get the total um number of coins as that my money that the value of that coins that I don't know. Okay, what I'm saying is that is it possible for me to get the exact number of coins that the initial money I stake worth now, so that if I sell, I could make more rather than relying on the the fixed amount that I should get.
Right. Okay. Yes, I mean it is possible, of course, and this is actually the debate that many people start having because and it actually demonstrates the strong trust that the community has in Paynet Coin. So I hear people discussing, what should I do? I have $3,000. Now, should I stake it and then I receive every day $9 for sure, and I know exactly how my money will be accumulating in US dollar, or should I just keep it in Paynet coin? Now, if I buy Paynet coin for $3,000, currently, for example, I will receive around 6,000 Paynet coin. So you can do that and you can just keep 6,000 Paynet coin and you will have exactly the Paynet coin that you bought at that time. And you will benefit eventually from the value increase of Paynet coin. The thing is that we do not know when the value will actually increase. Will it be this week? Will it be in 1 month? Will it be in 3 months? And so it's an investment decision. You cannot have both, right? You have to decide. So do I go for a staking where I have a clear profitability every day, $9 every day for the next 2 years, but my profit is limited to 3 times the value increase because I have $3,000, I will receive $9,300, not $1 more, right? Not $1 more. I don't receive 9,301, right? So my investment will be capped, or I go to Paynet coin and I keep it in Paynet coin and I don't stake, and then I can maybe eventually benefit from a 10-time increase in value, but I don't know when that will happen. So for me, my personal opinion is I prefer, I have to pay bills. I have to pay things. And for me, it's very comfortable to know exactly in 10 days' time, I will have so much. In 20 days' time, I will have so much. And with the profitability, that I earn in my staking packages, I can reinvest to build actually. And the build up can be very, very, very important. So I rather prefer to start building my packages and let Fmcpay benefit from the increase in value of Paynet coin. But ultimately, it's an investment decision that everybody, each of us has to make. where to invest and how to invest, what strategy to follow. I don't know if that answers the question, but it's a very important and a good question that you're actually asking.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's fine. Then one other question I have, like you gave an instance of sticking with 3,000 in USD. Let's say I have 1,000 now. I want to do 1,000 USD now. And next week I got another 1,000. You know, like I didn't put 3,000 once. I have 1,000, 1,000, 2,000. Is it possible for me to like consolidate it so that, because I know if I'm doing 9,000, I'm going to get if I'm doing 3,000, I'm going to get 9%. But if I'm doing 1,000, I'll get less. So is it possible for me to like consolidate to make, maybe I have 1,000 in 6 places to consolidate it into 2 to have 3,000, 3,000? Does it work that way?
Unfortunately not. When we invest, when we stake a package, that package is locked for the next 2 years and it cannot be changed. It cannot be modified. So for example, if I have, like you mentioned, 8,000, well, I can do 2 packages of 3,000. 3 and 3 gives me 6,000, but then I have 2,000 left. So the 3,000 packages, they will run perfect, no problem. But what do I do with the other 2,000? Well, one option is to put 2 packages of 1,000 each, but it cannot be consolidated later on when I have 1,000 more. So what I would do, my strategy here would actually be to start the 2 packages amounting to 6,000 and keep the other $2,000 in the wallet. Maybe, for example, exchange it into Paynet coin for the time being. And then when I have accumulated from my 2 packages enough for $1,000, then start my third $3,000 package. So I also try to I don't go for lower packages. I really go for the $3,000 packages because it's the most beneficial, not only from the monthly profitability, which is 9%, as you rightfully said, but also from the pairing bonus. The pairing bonus is also higher with the $3,000 package. So it has several benefits. And I personally, and most people, investors, actually go for the 3,000. Consolidating later is not possible, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Daniel. Thank you so much. Any other question from the house? Thank you, Madam Florence. What other question? Do we have any other question? Another person? Okay. All right. That means Dr. Daniel has done a very, very great job at the explanation today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the team for your time. Let's see, by next week again, we'll be able to meet. And then within the week, we are trying to, we are discussing something at the leadership team level, whereby we can have probably 2-3 meetings within the week via Zoom. For those that probably are busy on Saturday, have free time on, within the week. Let's see how we can juggle it and then have consolidated time, a fixed time where we can actually come together, Rob, by maybe 2 business presentation, 1 meeting for leadership training and back office training for the team, or we start with one business presentation, 1 meeting for the team in terms of trainings and all of that, so that we can have a full understanding of the entire ecosystem, how we can navigate our way through the system. And okay, so this is one of the things we are looking at, which we need to really consolidate the leadership level so that we can throw this out. Now, when we are with this project that we have, I think it is, again, I would say, it is gold in our hands when we can see people that are doing projects that they know by themselves that this project is going to crash, and they are putting everything all their life or their time, everything on the line and pushing it, how much more we that we have gold in our hands, let's try as much as possible to get the word out. Let us see how fast and far we can grow with the project, with the ecosystem. Personally, I've been on this for going to 3 years now, and it's been awesome. I've not seen a project like it, that gives you peace of mind. You don't lose your sleep over anything. I know what, I know how much I have in Paynet coin right now, and I know where I am going with Paynet coin personally. Okay, because I used to ask my people within the community, what next after the bull run? The bull run will come, the bull run will go. It's not all of us that we have the opportunity of making millions overnight from meme coins like Trump and all of that was created overnight, and then it became, people made millions from. Not every one of us we have the opportunity. Okay. um but the one that we have, how well are we holding on to it? What are we doing? How are we running it? Let us think through this and see how fast and far we can go with this project. If I tell you where I'm going with Paynet coin, most people will cringe and will like, "Are you sure?" But then when I get there, I will show you, yes, it is possible. Yesterday, I still created a fresh account. I'm treating Paynet coin as if I've not started. Yes, I'm 3 years and counting, but treating it as if I've not started. I still opened a $3,000 dollar account yesterday, adding to the existing accounts, that I personally have. Okay, so let's see how far and fast we can go. Let us try and share this opportunity with as many people as we know, or that we are your friends, your enemy. When your enemy has you, he will be at peace with you. Okay, so let's share this opportunity with everyone that cares to listen, and then I'm sure the sky will be the beginning. Thank you very much, Dr. Daniel. Thank you so much, Mr. Felix. Any word?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We've nailed it all, and that's just the truth. It's amazing opportunity in our hands anyway. Just like what Mr. Obama have said. If you look at it critically, most persons or friend you invite, quite unfortunate, they will tell you, okay, when I make money in social platform, I'll come and invest. After like 2-3 months, you call them, the where they want to make money had collapsed. Then you call another one, and I called one. I told him, I say, is it not now enough wise for you now to say, first of all, why don't you put in to have what you can fall back to? Because I think that should be another advice for some persons. Probably, you have a lot of friends tell you, we have a place you can mix so amount of money. If I were you, I would look for a way, even if it's like 3,000 or 6,000 or 9,000 or $15,000. You say, okay, let me create a backup first, because that should be the first paramount thing. Let me create a backup first. Yeah. So if I have a backup here, and I think certain similar thing happened to a man, to Mr. Obama as a friend who came in and then invested, a little amount for us. And perhaps say, I'm coming back. Unfortunately, took all the heavy money to another Ponzi scheme. And then when that one collapsed, it felt everything has collapsed. And I'm sure that was the only thing is the FMCP payment ecosystem now that now become a kind of backup for him that he was able to fall back to. So my counsel to everyone or encouragement is that, hey guys, it better you find a way. And I think we said this last week. We said now the bull run, we're getting to the end of it. Anything can happen anytime. So this is a market. So don't think you have all what it takes and all of that. Within a seconds, we can see maybe swearing in of Donald Trump next week now, for instance, maybe on Monday and all of that. 2, 3 days, 4 days after, it can pump crazily maybe to $135,000. And then you begin to have a very, in Nigeria, we call something galala dance. You just see one galala dance, And then next you see Bitcoin will rock back and then as if it rock put to $65,000. Unfortunately enough, there will be a lot of people who are bought, at 95, at 100, at 120. And they say, oh, it's just a pullback. It's just a pullback. Will stay there for 3 years and bear market have started. And that's the thing. So, but if you take up the money that's on the table as a profit right now and fall it back somewhere that can be a backup for you, then that's going to make a lot of sense. And I think the training we're organizing is going to help a lot of us because I know a good number of us are even on the ecosystem and don't know how to utilize, just like the question Madam Florence asked. I'm sure by the time we start that training, you're going to get enlightened that you yourself say, wow, I've left so much money on the table. You heard Mr. Obama said he just created an account. He's not doing it to let you know that I'm creating more. He's telling you, well, if you know what I know, you will smile the way I smile. And that's why I say, I'm treating this business, to tell you that I'm treating this business as like my job, my toy, my game, everything. And so I can wake up and say, okay, he would discover another permutation and say, let me leverage on it as much as possible. So guys, let's invite as much persons as we can, and so that we can have a lot of people. Because if not, over time, when they lose all their money to Ponzi scheme, they come back to you that you didn't explain that thing well to them. That's the truth. So that's just what I'll add to it. Thank you very much, Dr. Daniel, for your, very, very elaborate and then explosive and highly educative kind of training you have given to us. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you, Dr. Daniel. Thank you, everybody. All right, so go back to the person I invited you. Let's get started. Let's keep grinding. The journey is still very far. Now, for those that wants to know, this staking is not for life. Staking of Paynet coin is not for life. 2028, the last batch of stakers will come on board, and by 2030, it is done. It is done and dusted, and then other things like our launch pad. Of course, the blockchain is coming live this year. The stock trading, somewhere stock trading slightly to be live this year, and then we have a whole lot of other things that is coming, on board. A whole lot of things is packed. The system is packed. If you see how the Fmcpay exchange, if you see the kind of blue chip project that is being listed on it now, you know that yes, gradually the project is already gaining visibility all around the world and in the crypto ecosystem. So it's not something we want to slip over on. It's not something we want to joke with. All right, let's take our time and then get on board, and we are good. The sky can just be the beginning. All right. Thank you very much. And once again, Dr. Daniel, we appreciate you for your time. Same time, next Saturday, we'll see you again. Do enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.